if we have an operating system, say Windows, now we want Linux also on that system or any other version of Linux like Ubuntu. How to do that? You can make the system as dual boot, or you can have an option of using a virtual box. So for that, what we will do, I have a Windows system. I am going to install VirtualBox, and inside that VirtualBox, I am going to install Ubuntu. This is what we are going to do. First of all, we have to download the VirtualBox, and this VirtualBox is from Oracle. This is Oracle VM VirtualBox, and this is the first link. Now I need to install it. First, let me show you that even if you want to have different type of Windows or OS or the Linux options or Solaris on the system, you can do that. So this is VirtualBox, and the present version as you see is 6.1.10. So now I am doing the same thing with Ubuntu. That is two softwares we need. First we need the VirtualBox. Now I am downloading Ubuntu. Ubuntu is Linux distribution. LTS I am choosing because I want the long-term support. So this is the link, and you can choose the first link or the second link. And here, what do we get? The Ubuntu version. This is 20.04, but you might have some other version. But there are certain requirements because this is a foolproof operating system. This needs 2 GHz dual core processor, 4 GB system memory, 25 GB of free hard disk drive. So there are certain things it requires, and I hope if you have that in your system, then you can go ahead. Download Ubuntu, or we have other versions also. You can go back and see for other versions. And here, this is an open source community. So please understand that if you are able to give some money, it will be good. Otherwise, it will be installed. And this is around 2.5 GB size, so it may take some time. So we are installing both of these. Now we have installed VirtualBox. Ubuntu is still installing, downloading. So VirtualBox I am now going to install. Just click it and go with the flow. Whatever it asks, just say next, because it won't require much from you. It will just say install, and you go about installing it. So it will take some time, so I am expediting it. Let me just take you faster. And now our VirtualBox is installed. So these are certain options which you see. Please remember, Ubuntu is still being downloaded. Now here I am going to create a virtual machine. For that, because I am making an Ubuntu operating system inside this, so I am naming it Ubuntu. And if you see this, it has already taken the type and version. So the type is Linux and version is Linux Ubuntu 64-bit. So it will automatically take it. If you want to change it, it's up to you. Now it will ask for create virtual machine. Now you have to give some size. And this is not related to your Ubuntu. This is related to your virtual machine. It is asking that if you are installing an operating system, how much do you need? Hard disk, how much you need? That is, it is asking for, virtual machine is asking for Ubuntu, that how much you want to give. So as I said, whatever default it is taking, let it go. And the place where we have to change, I am going to tell you. It will also ask for storage on physical hard disk. So dynamically allocated or fixed size. The definitions are also given here. So I will encourage you to go with the dynamically allocated one. Since the file location and size is also being asked, and as I said, we have already seen Ubuntu how much it needs, but let me give it around 40 to 60 in between GB. It will be better. And it will make, because this operating system, because it is on some other operating system, it may not work as if it would have been in a fresh machine. So there will be something which you will feel. Now here we have just created a framework, or you can say the background activity of Ubuntu. We haven't have installed or downloaded it yet. Now there are certain configuration or settings things it is given here. You can go through it. For example, this, before we actually download it fully, here are certain things which we can do. First thing is, I'll go to the settings. Before we actually give the path, we'll do some settings like general setting. Now there are two operating systems. One will be on VM, one will be your Windows. So you make it bidirectional so that you can copy and paste from here and there, or means to and fro. Here you can come to system, some information you see here, system, and the important information or setting is processor. By default, one CPU will be given. You can change it to say 2, 4, depending upon how much cores you have or CPU. If you don't have any constraints, you can give it higher so that you have a good speed, you have a good performance. Then we have display option also, and there are other options you can just go about, but don't change anything as of now, because you can change it always when you have an option. So now I am giving the fourth option, storage, and this I've come to control ID, and on the right attributes I am giving optical drive. That is, I am giving the path of the ISO which we have downloaded. As I said, it is 2.5 GB. You just give the path wherever you have installed, and this is the path we are going to provide for our ISO of Ubuntu, that is Linux. So now what we do here, we give the path and say OK. Once you give the path, there is a green button now. Press it, start. Now this is installation of Ubuntu will start here inside VirtualBox 6.1. Previously we just created Ubuntu say framework. We gave the path. Now we are installing. Now actual installation has started now. So it will take some time, and I'll go through it. Means I'll take you through this voyage. And let me tell you, Ubuntu is a very, very strong software, or not software actually, it's an operating system. It's a big operating system, and it has a very strong community behind it. Initially I said you can download, give some money. If you don't want, don't give me some money. But I'm saying that this community is working hard. They also have children to feed. So if you can give 100, 200, 500 rupees, or say $2, $5, it will be better for the community to sustain, because they have made a masterpiece. Linux is a masterpiece, and all the distribution which you are getting it for free is it is a masterpiece, because you'll see the performance, you'll see very less bugs, and you will see almost no viruses. So this is what makes operating system Ubuntu Linux distribution so strong, and that is why also I am telling you how to, or I'm trying to make you download and install this beautiful masterpiece on your system. So it will take some time, and there is a point where it is going to interact. That is, we are going to interact with this screen. So I'm just waiting for that screen, and if possible you can make this operating system, because I know that when we go and work on this software or operating system, you will try to make this operating system as your basic operating system, and you will use VirtualBox to have some other operating system on this Linux. So now here the things are coming, and the procedure of installation is still going on. So I'm just waiting that where our instruction will start. Okay, now here it's asking for install Ubuntu. I'll press the install Ubuntu. Check English or whichever you want, any language you want. All these languages are there. Keyboard layout is English. I am giving English. If you want any other, you can always give it, and you can change it later also. But right now you can go with the flow. Now these are updates and other software. This gives you what apps would you like to install to start with. It should be a normal installation or a minimal installation. Now if you just want to say do some C++ programming, you want to install some code blocks, etc., then you can go for minimal installation. But you really want to work on this operating system, prove some algorithm like of stuff, then I encourage you to do the normal installation. If you want updates also, you can check that update, which I just unchecked, but I will encourage you that you can go for that update, download update while installing this Ubuntu, because all the updates, etc., plugins are so strong. Now this is a point, your heartbeat, I can listen to the heartbeat you have right now. So this is saying erase disk and install Ubuntu. Now it is saying it will erase everything on your system. Don't get worried. This is a virtual machine and you are installing it in the virtual machine. It's a different place. It is not destroying anything on your system. That is your Windows or whichever operating system you have. It will be intact. It will be like that only. It will just create the VM area it has taken. It will delete all the programs, document, etc., because this is an operating system, right? So don't get worried about that. Just see here also. It doesn't. It will not bother you. Then install now. I again clicked install now. So we are gradually, going to that step of final step. That is final screen you want to see. Now here, where are you? If you want to change the position, it's up to you. But right now it is automatically taking, so I am happy with that. I say continue. Now when I say continue, now here it's very important. This part is very important. Who are you? Name. You can give your name, whichever name you want. Jerry, Gary, John. So you can give the name. Now computer name is important. This VirtualBox is by default, but you can change it. It doesn't ask you to have its name virtual VM. So any name you can give. I'll just stick with some any system name. So this is editable, so it's up to you what you want to give. Since the name already exists, I have to give some other, so I will choose Ubuntu system. Here pick a username because there will be an account on which you are logging in. So this is Ubuntu username and password. If you're just working it out, seeing it, give a short password. If you are really working for making money or livelihood, that this is how you work, then you choose a strong password. Now here we have, as I said, it will take its little sweet time. I just expedited it, and now we are on this Ubuntu. I gave the password which I just gave just now, and I entered, and now the front screen or the desktop, you can say, will come. And this desktop, first time it will be something different. You see, if you are very well versed or used to your Windows system, but here once you give some time, it will be more useful and interactive. And as I said, all these options you can explore. This is Ubuntu being installed on your system within a VM VirtualBox Manager Oracle. And now as we have got this operating system, we will try to shut off also. And this shutting off will not shut off your system, means whole computer. It will only shut off this operating system inside VM, inside your virtual machine. So you can just power off as much time as you want. Power off, right? You can power off, machine will still be intact, and only this VM, inside this VM, this will be shut off. Okay, thank you so much. Hope it will be beneficial for you. Take care. Bye-bye.